Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I'm Jan Roberts from Key Leadership Institute, and I am a leadership consultant, speaker, executive coach, and values-based leadership specialist, helping people just like you to grow spiritually, mentally, physically, and emotionally. Now, if you're ready to stop just going through life and start growing through life, then you're actually in the right place. Today, we're going to be diving into the value of joy. So just let's get into it. But make sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss another episode on intentional living, self-leadership, values-based leadership, and purposeful growth. And as I said, we're going to be talking about the value of joy. And this is yet another value I'm including into my book on the power of values, which I'm writing currently. It's going to be a separate chapter with about 22 values that I've written, and I want to give them to you so you can have insights into them. But the value of joy, and ultimately our greatest joy is when we seek to do good for others. And that was by the late Bishop Desmond Tutu. Now, joy is actually a feeling of great pleasure, happiness, or contentment. It is often associated with positive emotions that can be a result of experiencing something pleasant or achieving a goal. Joy can also be felt in anticipation of future events or experiences. Now, many people are simply waiting for happiness or joy. You see, when they get a job, when they fall in love, when they get rich, then they will be happy. Then they will finally have joy. And they often wait a long time for those results, only to discover that even if they experience joy, it is often short-sighted and it usually doesn't last. However, joy is available right now without waiting for anything. And according to Bishop Desmond Tutu and the Dalai Lama from their book of Joy, which I've actually got right here, and it's a great read, by the way. I highly recommend this. As the quote already mentions, ultimately our greatest joy is when we seek to do good for others because we are wired to be compassionate, to care for others, and to be generous to our fellow human beings. It really talks into significance, which is a story all by itself. When you get that feeling of significance, of joy, you will warm up from the inside out. But the reality is that humans are socially wired, and one person, no matter how powerful, clever, or wealthy, cannot survive without other human beings. If they try, they will mostly be empty. And it often shows that when we become self-centered, we will end up with some form of frustration over time. So we flourish much more in community, when we're amongst people. And the best way to fulfill your wishes and reach your goals is to help others and make more friends. The value of joy lies in its ability to improve overall well-being and promote a positive outlook on life. Now, it can lead to better relationships, improved physical health, and increased motivation and productivity. Additionally, joy can also be a source of inspiration, helping individuals to achieve their goals and live fulfilling lives. Therefore, joy is a positive emotion that brings happiness, pleasure, and a sense of fulfillment, ultimately having a positive impact on the overall well-being of every individual who practices it. And that could be you. So everyone experiences joy differently, of course, and therefore characteristics may vary from person to person. And additionally, joy is not a constant state, and even the most joyful person may have moments of sadness or even negativity. But therefore, it takes consistent effort and time to incorporate them into your life. See, a joyful person radiates positivity from the inside out. They carry a general sense of optimism and a positive outlook on life, often marked by the readiness to smile, to laugh, and to uplift others. Now, their joy is not dependent on circumstances, but rather rooted in a deep appreciation for the present moment and a gratitude for life's simple pleasures. I will even talk into that when we go into the value of mindfulness, which is coming as well. So Whether it's the beauty of nature, a shared laugh, or a quiet moment of peace, they find joy in the little things that others might often overlook. Now, in every interaction, they bring light and warmth, making joy not just a personal experience, but a gift they offer to the world. See, the benefits of joy reach every part of our well being, body, mind, and soul. Physically, joyful individuals often enjoy better health with stronger immune systems and lower risk of chronic illnesses like heart disease and diabetes. Now, that's something we can all do with a stronger immune system. Mentally and emotionally, joy acts as a natural stress reliever, boosting self esteem, reducing anxiety, and enhancing overall life satisfaction. Now, that's something just for that alone, it should be worth practicing the value of joy. But surrounding yourself with a joyful, supportive people strengthens your emotional connections and lifts your spirits. Acts of kindness and service to others not only brighten their day, but also deepen your own sense of purpose. That also gives you that warm feeling of significance. So it's not only worth being around those kind of people, but be that kind of people. See, setting and achieving meaningful goals can fuel a strong sense of accomplishment and drive while prioritizing self care through sleep, nutrition, and movement. And of course, there is a lot more to it because I've also done a value on self care and I've written a book about self care. Self care isn't selfish, becoming healthier happens by choice, not by chance. And these three things are the basics in there, but there is so much more to it, like gratitude, like joy, like a lot of other things that I will be talking into. But it keeps your body and mind in harmony. In choosing joy, you're not denying life's challenges, you're rising above them with grace, gratitude, and a heart wide open. So I hope this was of interest of you, and maybe it'll give you some inspiration to become more joyful and find out how you can appreciate the little things in life. I already talked about gratitude and courage, but I think they all fit with each other. You know, they all are great steps to embrace so your life will be better. So you live better, you feel better emotionally, spiritually, mentally, and physically. So again, thank you for watching. And if you found this value in this video, give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe for more to help you grow spiritually, mentally, physically, and as I said, emotionally. So also hit the notification bell so you'll never miss another episode. And I'd really love to hear your thoughts. You know, what stood out for you most today? So do me a favor as well and drop a comment below and let's start a beautiful conversation. I would love to hear. And if you're serious about living a life of purpose and becoming a better leader, check out the links in the description for resources, coaching, and ways to connect. Remember, you have a choice. So choose to lead with purpose, live with intention, and never stop growing. Until the next time, keep showing up for your best life because you matter. Take care.